Yeah, a brief follow on to that would be there is a world in which AI will become more of a how than a what. You have product management experience. You have a set of tools that your engineering team is using, and you don't really care what tools they use to implement certain functions and features, right? We're gonna start to see AI become more of the how and not so much of the what. Not say the what part's gonna go away, but the how is gonna become much more important.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love
agreed.
that because that's what we should have been thinking of all this whole time.
Yeah.
It's never been. I remember years ago, we had a similar conversation around cloud, and they said, you know, that cloud computing will have arrived when it's not called cloud computing, it's just called computing.
Right.
I remember. I'm going to give John Willis credit for that. I don't know if
Sure.
that's really him, but it was somebody like that. He was definitely standing there when I heard that. And and I think it's the same with AI, right? I mean, right now we are absolutely flooded with the hype for this technology. Soon this is going to be another tool. It's going to be an incredibly valuable tool, and it's going to be one that's going to find itself a place. And just like, you know, a lot of other revolutions where we've desperately tried to figure out where it fits. We're in the midst of that. But I do wonder about this chicken and egg thing because, one of the challenges that makes AI different is that this thing is incredibly resource intensive. It's incredibly demanding. Olivier, you are our mobile device monster here, and you know just how challenging it is to deliver AI features on the go in the way that people want to consume them. Is this technology, without the risk of opening up another can of worms here. Is this technology really going to ever be practical
Yeah.
on the go?
Yeah, it is. We're getting there. And actually thinking about, spec-driven development and design, we're starting to see that. So when I talk about these full stack players, right, that create their own silicon and also have the software and have the entire stack, the whole channel, they're able to do this. And so we're starting to see this with Google, the Pixel ecosystem and the Fitbits product line, which is part of Google, has been absorbed by Google. I think you're going to start seeing some things in the next few months. Can't talk about it that are going to drive towards that. I feel like the silicon that's being built is custom built to be able to handle these orchestrated sort of like partially local or on device and partially in the cloud functionality with this orchestration of like, okay, where is the best way? What is the best way and where's the best place to do this compute? But also, I think it's important to note that training and inference are very different and have very different requirements in terms of resources. And so once you've trained a model to a point, then you can make it much, much more efficient. And the inference piece of that can be handled very, very locally. And so you are going to start seeing a push or an acceleration rather in mobile devices, in PCs, in wearables, where the local inference capabilities are going to be significantly improved. And you're going to start to see like these devices become much more functionally potent in terms of AI. Yeah. So it's coming, but that's what it takes though. It takes the Qualcomms and the Intels and the Broadcoms and the MediaTeks and the Googles of the world, the Apples of the world to create their own silicon specifically to align with the software in order to be able to deliver a complete product that is very spec driven as opposed to hardware and software and AI infrastructure sort of trying to figure out where the affinities are. So yeah, and I think we're going to see much more success in those very like pointed specific use cases than we're seeing anywhere else.